A while ago, a few months ago, the critic and literary journalist Stephen Beatty put up a review rather, in which he reviewed an anthology of experimental short stories put together by the editor André Forget. And Stephen pointed out that one of the stories in it was not particularly experimental. That was an understatement. I read the story in question. It was not experimental in any way, shape, or form. And frankly, this tendency in Canadian letters, and I'm speaking here specifically of the scene in Anglophone Canada because it's done such an excellent job of alienating lettres québécoises, because one finds this basically this sort of faux designation, this sort of confusion of marketing and bumph and sort of fancy sounding obfuscations instead of the real thing, because that exists so much right now in CanLit, it really underlines the degree to which we need more of a debate about how we define literature and what exactly types of literature, for example, experimental literature, really are. I've lived overseas for over 20 years, and I can tell you from firsthand experience that Canadian experimentation in literature is not taken seriously outside the borders of the country. In fact, it's not even taken very seriously beyond the confines of a few cliques in Canada. Now, speaking personally, I think experimentation can be defined in all sorts of different ways. For me, it has to do with experimenting with stories that sort of utilize social media, that utilize new media, that utilize photographs, that utilize video, and that kind of thing. But however you define it, there does need to be a rigorous discussion of what these terms actually mean and whether people are sometimes just mystifying what they're producing in order to win a little bit of prestige and a little bit of attention from more gullible academics and critics.